Yes, so I think we're on part 7 of the guide. If you're following along, but either way, we're going to talk about staging servers on WP Engine. As ever, what the hell is a staging server? Staging server is really cool and really useful actually because um, if you've ever um, updated your WordPress site, maybe with a new version of a plugin or something, or a theme, or maybe you did a code change kind of on the fly, like ghetto style, and you sort of broke something, um, well, this might just save your ass because this is a nice way to test things out in a safe environment and see how the changes are going to go. So yeah, bottom line is the staging server lets you take a copy, an exact copy of your site right at that moment, play around with it, add content, plugins, themes, whatever you want, and then if all looks good and you want to move it back to your live site, you can just press one button and it will copy it back over. If you hate it, you can just throw it away and start all over again. So I think you've got the idea now of how it could be useful. So let me show you how the hell you do it. So here is our list of installs in the WP Engine control panel. We set up this my cool new site just playing around installed earlier. So I'm going to try and show you guys on this one. I think it should all be okay. Um, and yeah, so first things first is you need to log in to your site. Now I'm using this domain chapmandavis.com. I wasn't using for this my cool new site, so I'm just going to log in. My cool new site. Hopefully that's the right password. I know I should have done this before I started the video. Okay, whatever. So WP Engine, go in the top left after you log in, hit staging, and here we go. Okay, so this is how you'll. First thing you need to do is generate a new copy of the site in the staging area. If you've never done it before, you won't have. I did one earlier, so you can see that here. So the first thing I do is press this copy site from live to staging button. And because my site is tiny, it will probably only take 2 minutes, but if you've got a huge site, it might take a bit longer. See, look, it can take a long time. Be warned. Right, so I'm just going to mess around while it's doing that. Probably by the time I come back, it'll have done. Yep. Okay, cool. It's done. So access it here. And you can see the URL. This is kind of the same structure for everyone. So the URL is your install name, your site name, .staging.wpengine.com. Here we go. And you can see, if you don't believe me, it is exactly the same. This is perhaps not the best example because there's not a huge amount of content on there. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and just make a change. And then I'll show you how you can actually copy that across as well to the live site if you like it. So obviously there's different things you could test. You could write a new post, for example, but you probably not really going to use your staging site for testing content this way because you know WordPress has got preview options and stuff anyway. You might use it for, like I said, a good example is if you've ever got like the fear before updating like 20 plugins and you're not sure it's going to break or not, or because you haven't updated anything for a while, then this is a great thing to do where you could just go, I don't actually have any plugins to update, but you could just hit update and check them all out, or do a theme update, or let's say you were doing some code. So I guess I could do some code right now. Let me see if I save these details in here. My cool new site. Just bear with me. Let's make a change. I didn't save the password. Okay. So let me do it straight in the editor in here. So first thing I should point out as well is that the login details, everything is exactly the same. So it's using the same database. So your username and password. Let's log in. Will be exactly the same. So as I said, obviously you can kind of post different content, bits of content, move things around the homepage, whatever. If you're doing a code change, which you probably wouldn't normally do this way, but if we take a look at the style sheet, what could we blow up? What could we break? Maybe some H2s or something. H1 color. Yeah, let's change that. Let's make it red. Okay. So hopefully this will work. Oh, this is going to be a really dull video for you. Okay. Go back to editor, 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 editor. What could we change? What could we change? What could we change? Site header H2. Is it an H2? I don't think it's H2. Let's change the main navigation. I'm not even using a proper color. I'm just typing it. Michael, new site. Okay. You know, it's giving me no love right now. Okay. Okay, so we'll just make a quick change to the theme, just to show you guys how things work. I'm just connecting via FTP to the site. Let's go and break something. Sorry, not break something, because we're going to want to copy it to live. Let's go and make a sexy change. So 2012 theme, style.css. Here we go. Okay, let's change something. Let's just like break all conventions and just throw something at the bottom. Let's see if maybe we can change the H1. So if we're changing our header, I don't know if it's a link or not, to be a nice red color, and we're testing it out. Okay, so now if you want to make a change to the code itself rather than just installing a plugin or something, one thing to keep in mind is you're going to need, you won't be able to FTP your normal details. You'll need to set up, use your staging login if you remember that. So here it is. I've already gone and set up on Coda 2 here, and we're just going to log into this server. So remember, we're not accessing any files on the live site here. There's nothing we can break, only on the staging site. But it does give us a nice opportunity to kind of test some things out. So I'm already in the 2012 folder here, which is a theme we're using. So if we're just making a small design change through style.css, let's have a look at what we might change. Maybe we want to change these H1 entry titles. We want to give it a color. Let's just test it here first. Okay, 1536. So we tested it in a browser. We like the sexy red header, so we're going to go to 1536. I could have just jumped down to this line, but there you go. And we decided we like it, and we're going to stick red on here, and we're going to, oops, I'm going to save that. So again, I'm just on the staging area here. I'm just testing a small code change. So let me get rid of that, and oops, give it a second to update. There you go. So now I've made a small design change, a very small design change in this case. I've decided I want this to be red. Now I could just log into the live FTP and make the same change. And obviously that wouldn't take me too long, but imagine you made a ton of changes, or you'd uploaded a ton of plugins or whatever. It'd be kind of pointless to go through all the same steps again. When you know it's going to work, you've tested it. So there's this cool new feature which WP Engine only added for this new control panel and this new update I'm talking you through, and it lets you copy back from staging to live. You might have seen it earlier when I was in. You have to do it from your original control panel, not the staging one. If I go back here and go to staging, and you probably would have seen it earlier, there's this new button, copy site from staging to live. Now I think right now you won't get that by default, but if you just drop the support guys a quick note, they can turn it on for you, and it's pretty useful. So let's go ahead and try it and decide what we want to do. So we've got database mode. If you're not sure what this means, the database obviously all your posts and stuff in WordPress. So it's like, do you want to move your database as well, or do you just want to move the files? Actually, in this case, I've only updated a file, so I can say move no tables. But if you wanted to move all tables or specific tables in your database, then you go ahead and choose that. I'm going to keep this simple for you guys. Say no, I can be notified, fine. I'm going to say yeah, go ahead. Please wait. And you get this. Isn't this cool? It's cool pop-up. And hopefully it won't take too long, but I'm sure it'll take a lot less time than if you made 50 changes and then went and tried to copy them all over to the other one. So I'll just go ahead and pause this while it's finishing. And there it is, it's done. Your question has been submitted, you receive an email. Once it's processed, have we got an email already? I don't think it matters because I think it's already done it. So let's go and check it out. Let's go back to the live site, which if you remember is chapmandavis.com. Now, I don't know if I have to clear the cache or not, we'll see. Here it is. Let's try a refresh first, and if not, we'll just give the cache a kick. Actually, I don't think it was on this page. It was inside the post, wasn't it? There you go. See, you didn't have to do the cache, and you can see here now my changes from the staging server are in live. But of course, if I made a horrible mess of it and I didn't want to do it, then I could just, I wouldn't have to do anything. I could just leave the staging server as it is and then just update it with a new copy of the live site as and when I wanted to play around with stuff again.